Hello.
Hello, Elia. Good evening. Welcome to the lesson.
Thank you.
Let's start checking your home task, please. The mothers of invention. Passives, right? Okay. What was your homework?
Yes. Grammar
Grammar? Mhm.
and ABC and the listening.
In the listening section. Okay. Let's start checking grammar. Exercise A, number 2, please begin.
The film The Iron Lady is based on the life of Margaret Thatcher.
Mhm. Okay. How do you read this word, Elia?
Based. Based это слово
No.
основа.
How do you say it? I mean, your spelling, pronunciation is
Sorry.
wrong.
Based.
Based. Yes, please be careful, right? Next time. Ed ending. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Number 3.
Three. Так, mobile phones weren't uh, invented by Apple.
Yes. Okay.
4. Petrol lit isn't used nowadays.
Mm-hmm. Then.
5. Low cost flights are sold online.
Mm-hmm. 6.
6. The Petronas Towers uh, were designed by an architect uh, ой, что написано здесь? By an architect Argentinian. No?
Something went wrong. No. Okay. Any other ideas?
Так. The Petronas Towers were designed
Designed.
designed
Mm-hmm.
designed by an architect Argentinian. No?
No.
Тогда
Argentinian, that's nationality. So it goes before an object, architect. What architect? Argentinian architect, English
а,
architect, French architect, Chinese architect. So it defines the word architect. Okay, that's why it goes before this
by
word.
by
By
Argent
by an Argentinian
architect.
architect. Mhm.
Okay.
Yes, 7.
7. Uh, Avatar. Avatar wasn't directed by Steven Spielberg.
Yes, 8.
8. Minis aren't made any more by British company.
Okay, good. Part B, present simple or present passive or past passive. Okay, number 2.
Number 2. Uh, contact lenses. Contact lenses was invented by a catch chemist.
Check, right?
Check.
Check, check. Check
Check.
chemist. And what about lenses?
Lenses. Это линзы, наверное. Контактные линзы.
I'm not asking for translation, Alia. I'm asking about the number, plural or singular. So you said contact lenses was invented.
Yes,
That's
yes,
why
yes.
I'm asking about the number, okay?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Contact lenses were invented
Were invented, yes, by a Czech
by
chemist.
Czech chemist.
3.
Okay.
Mhm.
3. Where are olives grown?
Mhm.
4. The VW Beetle was designed in the 1930s.
Designed. Yeah.
Designed.
Designed. No E. Mhm.
Okay, designed. Diamonds are found in many different colors.
Mhm.
When uh, when were vitamins vitamins discovered?
Mhm.
Spanish are spoken in Spain and many parts of South America.
Why are spoken?
No, Spanish, испанский.
What is
Was
Spanish?
spoken.
No, 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 no,
Spanish,
no, no.
Spanish это испанцы или испанские?
What is speak? You
Speak
say, Алия, you say. Как можно на испанцах говорить? Если вы переводите испанцы, тогда получается на испанцах говорят. Правильно?
Ага.
Or is it
Nice.
a language? Алия, is it a language?
Yes, Spanish. Spanish это значит испанские.
Значит, это язык, right? Then the question is, why do you say are spoken? You say
О,
Spanish are spoken.
is spoken, yes.
Is spoken
Yes.
because it's a language, Spanish language one, right? That's
Ага.
why is spoken, okay? And number
Ага.
8,
Where was the Lord of the Rings films? Uh, um, wait, что я написала? Where,
where?
where, sorry, yes. Where was the Lord of the Rings films made?
Why was, Aliyah, be careful. Why was the Lord
Films
of the Rings
were,
films? Uh-huh.
uh, were films,
Where
yes.
were where
Russia,
were the Lord of the Ring films made? Yes? Okay. Well, be careful about the number of things. Okay? So very careful. Well, past and present, no problems, but the problem is with the number, with the number. And well, yeah, C task, write the
yes.
sentences in the passive.
Right?
Mhm.
True. People of all ages wear jeans. Jeans are worn by people of all ages. Well, all of ages.
All ages, yeah.
Mhm.
Wear, yes. People of all ages wear jeans.
Wear.
Not work,
Wear.
wear
Wear.
jeans.
Wear jeans.
Wear, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah, wear jeans. Okay.
Mhm.
Jeans are worn. Yes,
Yes,
worn.
jeans are worn. The third form is wear, wore, worn.
Mm. Microsoft didn't invent laptop computers. Laptop computers weren't invented by Microsoft.
Mhm. Laptop.
Laptop.
Laptop. Laptop. Mhm. Four.
Does a computer control the heating? Is a computer controlled the heating?
Something incorrect about this sentence.
Mm.
The object of an active voice becomes a subject of the passive voice. Where is the object in this sentence, in this question? Object,
Uh,
that's the heating, right? And so
he,
that means the heating as an object of the active voice gets a subject in the passive voice. Is
uh,
the
is
heating
It's a heating.
Mhm.
Control it.
Controlled, Alia, controlled. E isn't pronounced in ed endings. E
Mm,
isn't never, except for t. If there is t, then you say tid. You see?
mm,
Otherwise, you never pronounce e. All right? Be careful about that because I always repeat the same. The same thing. Okay.
yeah.
Well,
Is I think controlled computer.
no. Is the heating controlled? And
Controlled.
if you want to add a doer, you should use
Uh,
a special preposition.
controlled. Done. Computer.
Computer is a doer, right? In this sentence, because computer controls the heating, right? So it's a doer. So you want to add a doer to the passive voice, so that's why you need a special preposition. What is that? For example, Harry Potter was written by J.K. Rowling. So
Mhm.
by J.K. Rowling, because she's the doer. In this sentence, computer is a doer. That's why is the heating controlled by a computer?
Okay, by computer.
Do you
Мгм.
understand the meaning of the question? Компьютер управляет системой отопления? Вопрос.
Мгм.
Перефразируем в пассивный. Система отопления управляется компьютером? Okay,
Мгм.
that's what we get.
М.
Yes, the next one. 5.
Next one. The Millennium Trilogy uh, was written um, Stieg Larsson
Again, you add the doer
by, by
by
Stieg by
stick.
Stieg Larsson.
Yes, thank you very much. Okay. Lilia, good evening.
Good evening.
Are you here? Yes. Okay. Join us. We're checking your homework, please. Number 6.
People don't use cassette recorders very much today. Cassette recorders mm, aren't aren't used
Mhm.
by people very much today.
Yes. Okay. 7.
Picasso didn't paint the scream. The scream isn't not the scream wasn't painted by Picasso.
Paint
Mm,
wasn't
paint painted.
passive voice. Painted. Yeah, the third
Painted
form.
by Picasso. Did the
Yes.
same person direct all the Harry Potter films? Were all films were were all films direct were all films directed by the same person?
By the same person. Yes, that's right. Okay, very good. Nice. Well, now just look back at this task. I mean, B, C parts, and just maybe some questions. You do have some questions. Lilia, how did you do this sentence number 7 in part B?
I didn't do
Oh, you
homework.
didn't do.
Yes,
Brilliant.
but
I see.
I but
Mm-hmm.
I want to
Mm-hmm.
check myself.
Okay.
Spanish speak in Spain and many parts of South America. In Spain and many parts of South. Spanish Spanish is speaking. No, is spoken. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
Spanish is spoken in Spain and many parts of South America.
Mm-hmm. Yes, correct. Yes, correct. Because Spanish, it's not nationality here, it's language. Yeah? Okay,
Yes.
that's why it is spoken. All right, all right. Just, Lilia, you should
Mhm.
practice. Why don't you do your
Yes.
homework? Yeah, so lack of
I
practice leads to
okay.
regress. Yes, it leads to regress. Okay, well, I think enough. We have lots of work to do today. And dear ladies, let's have a look at this. Okay, now you can see there is a checking work for you to consolidate your knowledge of the passes. Okay, well, there are 12 sentences. You should look at the pictures first and complete it either with the present or past passive form of the verbs in brackets. Okay, well, I think 10 minutes maximum is enough for you. Well, look it through. Okay, just make notes if you wish, and then we'll start checking. Ladies finishing or
Yes,
not yet?
finish.
Mm-hmm.
Good. So, well, let's start checking then. Number two, Aliya, begin.
Так. The symbol of the Olympic Games were designed in 1912.
Yes, again, Aliya, be careful about the number. Be
The
careful about the number, the symbol, not symbols. Okay?
okay,
I'm sorry.
was
Yeah,
the
was designed. Was
designed.
designed. Mm-hmm. Okay. Number three, Lila.
Four national languages are spoken in Switzerland.
Okay, correct. For Alia.
The pyramids were built nearly 5,000 years ago.
Yes, correct. Five,
Ab-
Lila.
About 350 films are showed in a Berlin Film Festival every year.
Mm-hmm. Six, Alia.
Six. Uh, P4 is a very small new moon, which which was shown in 20. Sorry, was discovered in 2011.
Yes, okay. Seven, Lila.
Seat belts weren't used in planes until the 1930s.
Mm-hmm. Good. Eight,
Eight. The Hunger Games books uh, were written by Susan Collins.
mm-hmm. Yes, nine.
The first smartphone was invented in 1992 by IBM.
Yes, good. The next.
Petanque, petanque,
Petanque. Petanque.
petanque
Mm-hmm.
is played a lot all over France.
Yes, correct. 11, Lilia.
The Last Supper was painted by Leonardo da Vinci.
Mm-hmm. And finally, Alia.
The Eiffel Tower is visited by about 7 million people a year.
Mm-hmm. The Eiffel, yes, the
I,
Eiffel Tower, yes. Okay, it's visited. Nice. Okay, very good, very good. Thank you. Well, um, now let me announce the aim of our lesson for today. Okay. Today, dear ladies, we will be reading the article which is called Did You Know? There are some facts about inventions or some but mostly inventions. And we will have to complete this text with passive voice forms. And as usually, we will discuss it and do some extra communication task. Uh, and in the second part of the lesson, you will watch the video which was prepared specially for you to practice and fix your understanding and knowledge of the passives. We will be talking again about inventions and three different types of inventions will be described. Three people, three inventors will tell us about their inventions and if we have no enough time, you will listen to the rest of this video at home. Okay, so I plan to do it till this point, and the rest of the tasks will be done by you at home. But if we manage, if we have enough time, we'll finish it during the lesson. Okay. Well, let's talk about these things. Okay, you can see in exercise A, there are some verbs in the box. Lila, can you read them, please?
Base, design, discover, invent.
Mm-hmm. Well, now what I'd like you to do is to match these verbs with their definitions from 1 to 4. Do you understand the meaning of these verbs?
Mhm.
Is everything clear
Yes.
about them? Yeah, okay. Well, sometimes they're a little bit messed up. For example, discover and invent. Yeah, design and invent as well. So that's why be careful, pay attention to details. Number one, Lila, go ahead, please.
Verb to find or learn something for the first time. For example, DNA was discovered,
Mhm.
invented, was discovered in
So, uh-huh.
1953.
So this
Discovered.
is discover. Yeah, that's right. Discover. Okay, good. The next, Alia.
Word to make something using something else as a starting point. For example, this film is on a true story.
Mhm.
Uh, uh, design it. Design.
Mm,
Gibi.
no.
Based.
Base.
Yes, based. For example, this film is based on a true story, right? So the verb
Mm,
is base. Okay. The next, Lila.
Verb to draw a plan which shows how to make something. For example, the building was designed by a German architect. Design.
Yes, that means to design. Okay. And finally, Alia.
verb to make or think of something for the first time. For example, who invented the bicycle?
Yes, that's invent.
Invent.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Well, now we will read the text, okay? And you will meet all these verbs in the text. So, did you know you have to read it and uh, complete with the past participles of these verbs? Okay, past participle of these verbs. Alia, could you please read the verbs?
Base, call, uh, design, discover, give, invent, open, play, show, use.
Show and use. Okay, let's do it this way. We will read the text. Please ignore the gaps. Don't do anything, just skip them. And after that, afterwards, I'll give you some time and you will complete the gaps with these forms. Okay? Well,
Mhm.
please, Lila, begin. Did you know?
One of the most famous logos in the world is a Nike logo. It was by an American student. It was discovered. No, it was used. No, it was called by an American student, Caroline Davidson, in 1971. Mrs. Davidson was only paid $35 for her design. However, she was later a good ring in the shape of the logo and Nike shares. She was later a gold ring. She was uh,
You can
gift.
skip. Lilia, just skip for a while, okay? Just
Uh-huh.
ignore. Okay, it's not necessary to complete the gaps right now, okay? Just later a gold
Hello.
ring in the shape of the logo. Hello, Danyar. And Nike shares, okay? Well, I'll give you some time to complete the gaps later. All right, later. You'll do it on your own. Is everything clear about this passage? Lila, what did you understand about Nike logo? What did you
Mm,
learn about it?
that Nike logo is the most famous logos in the world.
Mhm,
And one American student whose name is Caroline Davidson,
mhm.
called maybe called this logo discovered or not discovered open
Open. Okay,
or
discard. Okay,
keep
just well, what can we do with the logo? Listen.
logos?
There are some special people who what do they do with the logo?
We use?
Okay, any other ideas?
So,
What,
Ah,
Alia?
design.
Yes, that's right.
uh,
So, this girl, she designed, a logo in 1971. As a result, okay.
The logo was uh no,
Mhm.
but the logo was was paid was the logo was paid $35
You,
for the
you see, Lilia, the logo was paid. It's just like
я хотела
someone paid.
пассивно.
So passive, yeah, be careful. Who was paid? Miss?
Дэвидс,
Yes, Miss
миссис
Davidson.
Дэвидсон. А
Uh-huh.
можно, как сказать, за
Mhm.
лого заплатили $35?
For this logo, she
А,
was paid. По-другому
yes.
только paraphrasing, Lilia.
Ага,
Okay, you may say,
ага.
for this logo, she was paid. Or you may say the company paid, если активный залог. The
Мгм.
company paid her $35 only, right? Only $35. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, okay,
And
nice.
as a result, she
Mhm.
was later uh, given a gold
Mhm.
ring in the shape of the logo.
Yes, that's fine. Okay, excellent. So you used designed and given. Okay, nice. Thank you. Daniel, are you ready to work with passives?
Yes.
Please. Tinned food. Oh, by the way, dear learners, I forgot to provide you with useful vocabulary, so I did it for you. Well, tinned food. You know what tin is? Tin. Tin is just a kind of can made of metal where food can be preserved to be kept for a long time. For example, a tin of tuna, right? A tin
conserve.
of tuna, conserva. So tinned food, it means, yeah, food which is kept in tins. Okay, консервированные. The next one is hammer. Does anyone know what hammer is?
Hammer, молоток.
Yeah, can you explain that, Alia, in English?
Hammer,
In English, can you explain this in English? So what hammer is in English? Explain, define.
um, как сказать? It's instrument for um, for um, for work.
Okay, there are lots of instruments for work. Okay, but what
Для
makes it
запекания
different?
гвоздей, можно сказать. For
It's a tool, it's an instrument, or it's a tool
mm,
with a metal head, usually, right? Metal heavy head to drive in nails. To drive in nails. Okay, drive in, it means забивание гвоздей. To drive in nails. Okay, to drive in nails. Nail это гвоздь. Okay, fundamental errors. Fundamental errors, it means basic, synonym, basic mistakes. Basic mistakes, okay. Strabismus. Is there an ophthalmologist among you? No? Doctors? No? Strabismus?
Что-то я потерял. Где это вообще?
Ah,
Я что-то
then yeah.
потерял эти слова.
That's okay. That's on the left. Move your screen. Can you see
Окей.
this greenish one? Okay, so it's on the
Да-да-да.
left. So strabismus. Have you ever heard about this disease?
strawberry.
Strabismus, it's an eye disease, when eyes don't line up in one direction. They look in different directions. Your eyes eyes.
Косоглазие.
Да, косогласие, that's right. Okay, very difficult to explain. And direct reference to, it means when you mention something and appeal to the source of this quote, of this saying. Прямая отсылка к чему-то, okay? Direct reference to. Прямая отсылка к чему-то. Okay, well, now let's get back to the text. Is everything clear here? Yeah? Well, please, tinned food, Daniel.
Так, это читать, да? Tin food, tin food was invented in 1810 in Britain by Peter Durant. Unfortunately, he did not also invent a tin opener. So tins were opened with difficulty using a knife and a hammer. It wasn't until nearly 50 years later than the American Ezra Warner invented the tin opener.
Yes, that's right. Daniel, how do you read this? How do you say this word?
Я, да, ошибся. Knife.
Knife, yes, definitely knife. Yeah, okay, good. All right. Look at this sentence. It's a little bit specific. You see, it wasn't until nearly 50 years later that the American Ezra Warner invented the tin opener. The syntax of this sentence is a little bit challenging. Okay? How can you translate that, Danyar? Could you please?
Получается, ну, как бы это было до того, как 50 лет спустя американец Эзра Уорнер открыл открыватель консерв.
Да, okay, that's right, okay. Вот эта структура it wasn't until немножко sounds a little bit tricky, okay, that's why it wasn't until, and you can add period. It wasn't until 50 years, it wasn't until 20 years later, okay. Good. The next one, Aliyah.
When people at toy company Parker Brothers were first the board game Monopoly.
Monopoly.
Monopoly. They were not interested.
Interested.
Interested. When people at toy company were first we first played the board game.
Any other ideas? They were not interested when they were first.
Когда он discovered или
No. People at toy company were first.
Первые основатели или
Were first, and you need the verb. Well, help us, please. Any ideas?
Basic, может быть?
No.
Plate.
Which one?
Plate.
Plate? No. How is it possible that people were played? If you say people were played, it means в людей играли. Пассивный залог у вас получается нелогично.
Were first.
People were first. То есть это действие совершилось над людьми. Если вы говорите discovered, или it means людей обнаружили. действие, the action is done
Always.
over people.
When people at a toy company were first.
They, it means people, were not interested in this game, this Monopoly game.
Может быть, showed?
Shown, yeah, okay, shown or
Shown,
showed or
shown.
shown, yeah, third
Mhm.
form. Yes, when they were first shown the board game, they were not interested. Когда им показали впервые, им показали, alright, они не заинтересовались этой игрой. Окей, будьте аккуратны, be careful, yes. Действие страдательный залог. Passive, почему страдательный? Потому что страдает субъект, то есть над ним совершается. Людям показали, окей, там, не знаю, tin opener was invented, его изобрели, то есть над субъектом совершается действие. Окей, Алия, keep reading.
They said it had 25, 52 fundamental errors, including taking too long to play. However, a few days later, the company president saw the game and took it home to try it. He stayed up until 1 a.m. to finish played it, and the next day he wrote to the inventor, Charles Darrow, and offered to buy it.
About, yes. The next, Lilia.
The modern game of golf was invented in Scotland in the 18th century. It was originally only played by men and was golf because of the rule gentleman and was used golf
Because of the rule, gentlemen only, ladies forbidden.
and was because
Golf.
of the rule golf based.
Anything else?
Cold.
Cold,
Cold.
yes, cold. Okay, cold golf. Because of the rule.
Yes. Gentlemen only, ladies forbidden. This is how the word golf entered into the English language.
Entered, yes,
Entered.
into English language. Yes, that's right. Okay, well, that's a very interesting fact. Yeah, gentlemen only, ladies forbidden golf. Yes, and finally, Botox. Not finally. Then yeah, this short paragraph is for you. Botox.
Botox was first used in 1985 to correct strabismus, lazy eye in children. The possibility of using it to make people's face look younger was only discovered 20 years later.
Yes, that's right. And finally, Alia.
The character Gregory House in the hit TV series House MD is based on Conan Doyle's detective Sherlock Holmes. Like Holmes, House uses his intelligence and the knowledge of psychology to solve cases. House's relationship with his friend Dr. James Wilson is similar to that between Holmes and his friend Dr. John Watson, and the address on his driving license is 2020 and
No,
20.
numbers of houses and flats and rooms, Aliyah.
Double two, one wall. Yes.
221B.
Double two one B Baker Street. A direct reference to Holmes's address.
Holmes's address.
Address.
Holmes's address. Yes. Okay. That's right. Well, okay. You see, one of these pieces of information, dear learners, is not true. Okay, it's invented. Which do you think it is and why?
One of this is not true.
Yes, one of these pieces of information is not true. Which do you think it is?
Mm,
Okay, which one is not true? Which one is invented?
maybe first.
The first one, then yeah, you think. Why do
Yeah.
you think it's not true?
Uh,
What's wrong with that?
I heard a story about Nike, but I don't remember. I don't remember
Mhm.
what about this story. But
The details, yeah? Uh-huh.
what I read, or what I read,
Read, yes, what I
read,
read. Mhm.
what I read right
Mhm.
now, it's not that I heard before.
Okay. Well, I see. So the facts are different, yeah?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Well, it's true, Daniel. It's true. Okay.
Уже второй раз
Mm-hmm.
угадал.
Okay, very good, very good. Okay, nice. Thank you. Well, you can, so which of these pieces of information surprised you the most? Okay, dear learners. Did anything excited you?
Second information.
The second?
Yes.
What exactly? Yeah, about
Mm,
it.
that tin opener was invented later than tin food.
Yeah, later, 50 years later. Yeah,
Yes.
that's a long period. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Ladies, which piece of information surprised you the most?
Golf. That the name of the golf
Mm-hmm.
was given
Mm-hmm.
by the rule, gentlemen only, ladies forbidden.
Okay, I see. Lilia, thank you. Alia.
Botox.
Mm-hmm.
Botox was first used in 1985 for correct
To correct, yes? Mm-hmm.
to correct uh, that strabismus.
Mm-hmm. Strabismus, yeah, strabismus. Mm-hmm.
Children.
Yeah.
And then used it to make people's face look younger.
Yes, that's right. Okay, thank you. Well, that's all about this text. I think that was not very difficult. And now let's get down to a very sensitive topic. Look at task C, please. Okay, that's what I correct during the lessons so much. I mean, the ending ed is such a sensitive topic, hotspot topic issue. Well, the pronunciation of this ending. Okay, I know that some of you, okay, are a little bit confused when to pronounce it as t, as d, or as id. Okay, so the main rule that you have to use when spelling, when pronouncing these forms, I mean past forms, is after voiced, you know, these voiced sounds and voiced sound, oops, I'm sorry. Voiced sounds, they include such sounds as g, d, okay, m, n, etc. То есть это звонкие согласные, voiced sounds, voiced consonants. After voiced consonants, you say d, okay? After unvoiced consonants, you say t, okay? And after such sounds as t and d, you pronounce it as id. For example, let's take such a verb as use. No, not use, but for example, I don't know just what. Touch, right? To touch. Tell me, please, whether this sound ch is voiced or unvoiced?
Unvoiced.
Unvoiced, okay. If you look at it carefully, yes, I just printed it. And that means if you add ed, you pronounce it as t. So we get touched. All right, touched. Yes. Well, the next one. Oh, I'm sorry, just voiced. It's unvoiced. Okay, give me a second. It's unvoiced, of course. Touch, touched. Okay. Wash, washed. Okay. Again, t. Wash, washed. Touch, touched, etc. Now let's get down to voiced sounds. For example, use. Okay. Actually, s sound letter s is pronounced as z, use. That's why when adding d, we get used. Okay, used. Or another one is coal. L is a voiced sound as well. That's why when adding ed, we say cold. The next one, verbs that finish in t or d. For example, invent. Invent, invented. Okay. Paint, painted, etc. So now you know the full rules, okay, of ed pronunciation. After voiced sounds, we say d. Unvoiced sounds, we say t. And ed following t and d is pronounced as id. Well, and now let's do this exercise. There are verbs with ed endings. I would like you to divide them into these 3 groups. Okay. The first is where it sounds as d. The second is where it sounds as t and id. I give you some time. Okay, how's it going? Oops. Okay.
Okay.
Ready with that? All right. Please, Lilia, which verbs?
Hold,
Hold,
discovered, used,
used, and one more. Which one?
produced,
Produce. Produced.
constructed, no, designed, designed.
Designed. Yes, that's right. Designed. Okay. Anything else? No?
Based
No.
не подходит?
Based. Yes, based. That's right. Because yeah, in this case, it sounds like based. Yeah. Okay. Very good. The next. Alia.
Так, discovered.
Oh, by the way, discovered is number one as well. Discovered. Discovered. It's just sound, vowel sound. Гласности звук поэтому тоже читается как d. Discovered. Okay. Then
Produced.
produced. Yes, agree. And that's all, yeah. Produced. And finally, it's directed, invented, created, and painted. Yes, that's right. So that's the only case when you pronounce it as id, when there is t or d. Okay, memorized?
Yes.
Yes, okay. I hope once and forever. Once and forever. Thank you. Well, keep working. Now, let's do it this way. Okay. In the final part of the lesson, we are to watch a video which is about 3 inventors. Okay. Before we start watching, let's discuss some of the questions. Exercise 1. Okay. Lilia, could you please read the question, number 1?
Which of the following A to D would you most like to invent? Why? A time machine, a way to control the weather, a cheap new biofuel, a medicine to cure malaria.
Yes, biofuel, right? Biofuel, fuel, yes.
Fuel.
Okay. Do you understand everything?
Biofuel. What is it?
Biofuel, that means green
Биотопливо.
fuel. Yes, green fuel. It means, yeah. Как вы сказали, Даниэль? What did you say?
Биотопливо.
Биотопливо, yes, okay, биотопливо. Yes, okay. Fuel – это топливо. Well, which of these would you like to invent and why?
Time machine.
Time machine? Lilia, can you explain your choice, please? What would you do?
I
Where
would.
did you go? Where did you travel? Where would you travel?
If if I invent a time machine,
I think second conditional, yes, if I had or if I invented time machine. Second, because it's unreal, right?
unreal, yes. Is I had invented, yes. If I had invented a time machine, I would go back. I would turn back the time.
Okay.
Go back. Yes, and
How many years back? Lilia, how many years back?
maybe 10 years back.
Yes. Okay. Well, I see something really important happened that you would like to change in that period.
Yes.
Yes. I see. Okay. Thank you. Alia, what would you like most like to invent and why?
A way to control the weather because Our city is very hot in summer. Would you like?
I would
Um,
like.
I would like. I would like to uh, to be warm, rain.
You would like to have a cooler climate. Yes, you would
Yes.
like to have a cooler
Cool.
climate. Yes. Okay. Yes, I see. Thank you. Daniel, what would you like to invent?
I would like to invent a time machine
What for?
um, for return back to school and learned English.
Okay. I see. That's quite smart. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Good. Uh, could you please now order these inventions in order of importance, where number one means most important, and explain your reasons? Okay, Daniel, what's your order? Number one, what's the most
Okay,
important invention?
most important. I think
Mhm.
time machine most
Time
important.
machine. Okay, yes.
Yes.
Number two.
Then number two, weather controller.
Three.
Number three, uh, new cheap biofuel. And four,
Biofuel.
biofuel. And four, medicine to cure malaria.
Okay, the order they are listed in. Yes. Okay, got
Yes.
you. I see. Well, why number two is a way to control the weather, Daniel? Why did you choose
Um,
that?
because uh, with weather control, we can we can win uh, desert deserts in the world,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and так, как будет голод? Голод,
Голод,
да.
famine, famine,
Как правильно? Famine.
famine. Famine.
Yes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And we can win famine with
Mm. Mm-hmm.
rain if we can, and if we can do rain.
Yes, I see. Okay, okay. Thank you. By the way, you will hear these words during the while watching the video. Okay, famine. Yes, not hunger,
Mm.
you see, but famine.
Mhm.
Yes. Thank you. Aliyah, which is your order of importance? Number
Uh,
one, mhm,
number one. Number one, a way to control the weather.
control,
Two,
control.
control the weather. Two, cheap new biofuel. Yes. Three, medicine to cure malaria, and finally, a time machine.
Why did you put a time machine in the last place?
Because a time machine is fantastic for me.
Okay. I see. Thank you. Lilia, and yours?
The first is a time machine. The second is mm, a cheap new biofuel. The
Mhm.
third is a medicine to cure malaria, and the last is a way to control the weather.
Why did you put the weather control in the last position in the list?
Because I think the weather is good for me.
Okay, so it's quite comfortable, yeah, for you. Okay, good. Thank you. Now, in task 2, you can see there are 6 sentences, dear learners. Could you please complete them using the words from the box? Before we start, let's read the words. Daniel, could you?
When you boil water, it
Firstly, Daniel, could you read the words because I think some of them are quite difficult.
Filter, improve, evaporates,
Yes, evaporates,
hammer, container, sterile.
sterile. Okay, sterile. Okay. Do you know the meaning?
Evaporates.
Evaporates. Well, for example, after rain, water evaporates from the ground and is collected in clouds.
Парниковый эффект.
No. It evaporates. Испаряться, да, испаряться. Yes, okay. Yes. Anything else?
Improve.
Improve. It move? No, improve, Daniel. It's
Или это
improve. The
improve
same.
тактически?
It's the same. Yes. That's the way improve is written. Yeah. Okay. To make something better. Okay. Well, now let's complete the sentences. Alia, begin. Number 1.
Number 1, when you boil water, it and it changes into a gas. Evaporates.
Can you read it, please, properly, Alia?
Huh?
Can you read this word properly? We have said that 3 times. Can you please read it properly? Стресс, ударение, повнимательней, Лия.
Evaporates.
Evaporates, yeah, evaporates. Снова, почему и? Ага, evaporates, okay. Здесь и не читается, это не ed. Evaporates, yes, that's number 1. Number 2, Алия.
Lilia.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lilia, yes.
I need container to put my water in for the camping trip.
Yes, I agree. The next one, Daniel.
The water. А тут написано in. Или так правильно?
In clean, the water is cleaned.
Да,
Yes, of course. Yes, that's a misprinting. Definitely. Thank you.
The water is cleaned with a filter.
With a filter. Yes, that's right. The next one.
Do you have a? I need to put this nail in the wall. Nail or nail? I need to put hammer.
Nail, right? Nail, hammer. Yes. Okay. The next. 5.
It's important for our drinking water to be sterile.
Sterile. Yes. Sterile. Sterile. Yes. The next. Danya.
Our company tries to improve our products every year.
Yeah,
Products.
Yes, definitely. Okay, nice. So, you got acquainted with some of the words which will be mentioned in this video as well. Okay, and now let's watch the video. But before we start, are there any words? Yeah, okay, here is a new vocabulary for you. Dear learners, look, please. You will sorry, hear these words. Shed. It's a special roofed roofed not infrastructure, but building. Okay, let's say shed is a special roofed building where, for example, your workshop, your instruments can be kept, or sometimes animals. What's this?
Типа сарай.
Yes, that's right. That's a sarai. Okay, good. The next one, to have access to. I think you have heard and you know this collocation. To have access to. It means you can get something quite easily. Доступ, иметь доступ. Yes, that's right. The next one is to sweat. Well, when you do physical exercises quite extensively, you usually sweat. It means, that's right. That's it. eye care professional. Okay, I think you know ophthalmologist, right? And eye care professional is a synonym, okay, but more general maybe. Eye care professional. Next, adaptive eyewear. In this case, eyewear means glasses. Adaptive glasses. So, in other words, адаптивные очки, okay? Adaptive eyewear. You will see what it means. Water poverty. What is poverty, dear learners? Do you know that? For example,
No.
you know adjective poor, right? Poor it means without any money, for example. And poverty, it's a noun. Poor person, and poverty is a noun of poor.
Бедняк?
As an abstract thing, Lila, abstract. Not a person, but abstract. Like kindness, happiness, poverty. What's that? Okay.
The poverty.
Mm,
Запас.
Okay, for example, in this country there is a high level of poverty because most of citizens get low salaries, let's say. A high level of poverty in this country.
Ага.
Бедность?
Бедность. Yes, that's right, бедность.
Mhm.
And what's a poverty? Well, it's a situation when some countries, some regions can't afford, can't allow themselves to have access to clean water, drinkable water, because the situation, because of their economical situation, because of the crisis, because of maybe, so you see,
Yes.
it means, okay, in general, you've got, yes, so they don't have access to drinkable water because of poverty, because they don't have enough, the region doesn't have enough money, okay, doesn't have enough finances. And disaster areas, you know what disaster means? It means catastrophe, right?
Mhm.
And area, it means region. So disaster areas are areas which suffered some kind of natural disasters, tsunami, for example. Tsunami, or I don't know, just slides, oползни. So this is a disaster area. I know in Russian what's this? Районы бедствий, yes? Районы бедствий, something like that. Okay, well, a region which suffers a kind of natural disaster. Is everything clear?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
okay. Now let's watch the video. And oh, by the way, you will have to complete the information below. 3 people and 7 sentences. Look through them, please, and let me know if I should explain something to you.
It works by adding to the lens. Это работает.
Путем добавления или, adding это добавить или что-то, окей, just, может быть, подстроить, добавить, да, чего-то к линзам. Это работает путем добавления чего-то к линзам.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's start watching.
Many of the inventions of the past 100 years have changed the way we live our lives. Mobile phones are owned by almost 6 billion people worldwide. And when over 6 trillion texts are sent every year, many of us believe that we can't live without them. People are always trying to think of the next big invention that's going to change the world. But for some inventors, this doesn't mean designing a new phone app or building a smaller, quicker, lighter computer. For some inventors, it's about looking at what everyone really can't live without. Emily Cummins is a young inventor who is looking for new ways to help people. She started inventing at a very young age.
At the age of 4, my granddad gave me a hammer. I used to spend hours with him in his shed at the bottom of the garden. As I got older, he would teach me about the different properties of materials and how to use the tools and the machinery in his shed.
While she was still at school, Emily designed a new type of fridge. But her fridge doesn't look like the ones that most of us have in our kitchens. It's designed to be used in areas where there isn't any electricity.
I spent a lot of time researching how to redesign the refrigerator. I realised that people in Africa weren't able to store food and medicine because they didn't have access to electricity or refrigerators.
The design was very simple. A small cylinder inside a larger one. You put your food or medicine in the small cylinder. Between the two cylinders, you put some material that stays wet, like sand or soil. In the sun, the fridge then sweats, just like a person. The water evaporates and pulls the heat out of the small cylinder, and the contents stay cool. The fridge was designed so anyone anywhere could make it, with simple tools and materials. And Emily wanted to help people do this.
When I was 18, I travelled to Africa on my own, which was really scary at first. But actually, when I got there, people were really welcoming. They invited me into their homes, they looked after me, they listened to me, and we shared ideas. So although initially I was frightened about the experience, it was actually incredible.
It is estimated that about 60% of the world's population need eyeglasses to see clearly. Everyone should have their eyes checked regularly by an eye care professional. But in parts of Africa, there's only one eye care professional for 8 million of the population. If you can't see, you might not be able to read, or drive, or even work. Josh Silver is a professor of physics. He invented a new kind of eyeglasses to solve this problem.
These eyeglasses are rather interesting, rather special in a way. I call them adaptive eyeglasses, and I will demonstrate them for you.
The eyeglasses work by adding liquid to the lenses.
I want to see clearly in the distance. I'm covering up one eye. I'm adjusting the lens in the other eye until I've got nice clear vision. I then do the same with the other eye, and there we are. Right, I can now see clearly in the distance. So these glasses have the interesting feature that I can change each lens so as to suit my vision and get clear vision. When you go through this correction procedure and you get the eyeglasses set to your vision, you don't wear them like that. You do up the screws on this frame and you cut off the adjusters, and then you end up with this, which you can wear. And this is my pair, and there are about 40,000 or so of these in use now in about 20 countries.
It's taken Josh over 20 years of research to develop these eyeglasses. He travelled to Africa to see how his eyeglasses could help people. Henry A.J. Mensah was the first person to get a pair of Josh's eyeglasses.
Shall we try the glasses and see if that helps you with threading it?
Henry was a tailor in a small village in Ghana. He needed good eyesight to do his job making clothes,
Can you see more clearly?
but his eyesight was getting worse.
Ah, did it immediately, so it works. He was trying to thread a needle and he couldn't, and he put these on, he adjusted them, and he just threaded the needle immediately. And what he did was he then started operating his sewing machine much faster.
Thank you.
This experience proved that Josh's eyeglasses can work. Today, he is still improving his invention and looking for ways of producing adaptive eyewear for everyone who needs it.
Thank you.
My motivation for the work is to see those billions of people that need eyewear get it.
No one can live without water. But today, over 1 billion people live in water poverty. They haven't got easy access to clean water. Drinking dirty water makes millions of people sick and kills thousands of people every day. After seeing the terrible result of the Asian tsunami in 2004, inventor Michael Pritchard decided he wanted to do something about this problem. It is expensive and difficult to send bottles of clean water to disaster areas. Michael thought it was a simple problem.
Water is everywhere, and Mother Nature has her own way of getting water to people. They're called the clouds. They pick the water up from the sea for free. They take the salt out of it for free. They transport it hundreds of miles for free, and then they dump it on the mountains and the rivers and the streams. And where do people live? Near water.
So Michael Pritchard invented the Lifesaver water bottle. Using a special filter, the bottle can clean any water, making it safe to drink.
What the Lifesaver bottle allows people to do is take that water, put it in the bottle, give it a few pumps, and the bottle, just through filtration, very small holes, removes all of the bacteria and all of the viruses and makes the water sterile and safe to drink.
This new technology saves people's lives, and Michael has developed more products using his technology, like the Lifesaver jerry can.
The Lifesaver jerry can process up to 20,000 litres of water and is specifically designed to go into people's homes and to be used on an everyday basis.
Ça signifie la vie, signifie. Parce que moi, pour nous même si on sait 100 gallons notre pâte là encore, signifie la vie pour nous. Parce que c'est plus gros cadeau, un gros cadeau que bon Dieu te voulait lui faire. C'est un gros travail que bon Dieu te voulait lui faire dans son nom.
Michael has travelled around the world seeing his products in action, saving lives.
Okay, I think enough. Well, was it challenging, dear learners?
Ну, так да.
Difficult?
Ну, да, много
Okay.
слов.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I thought that it wouldn't be so difficult actually, since maybe because of the pace, I mean speed, yeah. They were speaking, I mean the presenter was speaking quite fast. Well, now let's complete the gaps, please. What did we get? Emily invented a new type of what?
Rich.
Fridge, yes, definitely that's fridge or refrigerator, yeah. You may also. The next one is, okay, I won't be typing. It doesn't need what?
Electricity.
Electricity, nice. George Silva, he's a professor of what? What science?
Physics.
Physics.
Physics, good. And he invented a new kind of
Kind of glasses.
glasses, yes, or eyeglasses. It works by adding
Liquid.
liquid to the lens. Yes, good. And okay, Michael Pritchard, he invented what?
Bottle with water filter.
Filtered water. Actually, it's called Lifesaver water bottle. Yes, Lifesaver water bottle. And it uses a special what? Daniel, you mentioned that.
Special filter.
Special filter. Yes, that's right. It uses a special filter. Okay, very good. So that's the end of our session. Dear learners, at home, I will send you the link to that video. You please watch it once again and do the tasks 4, 5, and 6. Okay, 4, 5, and 6. And then we will discuss, okay, some questions. All right?
Okay.
Yes. And in your workbook, that is your extra task in your workbook, please. Yeah, is there anything in your workbook? Okay, there is nothing in your workbook. That's why. One more task. Please prepare, research, okay? Search for information about an invention that has made life better and prepare a short presentation about it. Approximately 5 minutes. Okay? Nothing in your workbook.
Какая
Clear.
тема еще? Можно? Что-то
Okay, here, Daniel. Search for information on the internet about an invention that has made life better and prepare a short presentation about it. So any invention that has made our life better. Okay, maybe something we didn't know or maybe haven't heard about, you see? And prepare a short presentation about this invention.
Sorry, значит, можно из интернета, да, взять информацию?
But adapt it, Alia, not just Google it and copy paste. No, adopt it. You see, adopt it to pre-intermediate level, and of course, get prepared to answer my questions. Maybe new vocabulary as usually. Okay, work must be done. Okay, work must be done. Okay, that's it. Any questions?
No.
Yes, no questions. Thank you then.
А вы
All right.
отправите, да, это видео обратно?
I will send you the link to the video via WhatsApp Messenger. As usually, I do it in the chat.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.